His name is Wolfgang Puck.
And on tonight's episode of Wolfgang Puck, we talk about his dramatic backstory that led to him making restaurants across the globe.
The will of D is strong in him.
Hi, I'm Annie.
I mean, I have no idea what episode we're doing.
And this is FunUntitled, where we serve every podcast with a little puck. So we're not doing Wolfgang Puck. I'm pretty sure no one who watches us even knows who Wolfgang Puck is.
The Venn diagram of people who know anime and the people who know celebrity chefs. It's really just me.
So today we're going over a 90s anime that Minty and I has tried to watch countless of times. But now that our attention span has gotten a little bit better, we finally watched the whole series. That's right, I'm talking about Trigun.
We used to watch scenes of this show as a kid because it would play on Toonami, but we didn't really know what the series is about, so we never really watched it from beginning to end. I remember it being really cool. You know, now let's be fair, the character designs in Trigun are pretty lit.
Fucking Mel's outfit is so pretty.
Oh yeah, I mean, Vash with the red jacket and the orange sunglasses. Like, you know the orange sunglasses. The big ass cross.
Everyone knows the big ass cross.
That was my favorite part of Trigun.
I remember in the past, did you not try to watch like the first 4 episodes of Trigun, realize, oh, it's a weird villain of the week story, and give it up?
I've only gone like 4 episodes in.
Yeah, if you go back to tapes, I said the fucking same thing.
No, but I mean, like, that's not long enough to realize anything.
Like, let's get into it. We'll talk about the plot real fast. We'll talk about how we like the characters, and then we'll start bitching about it. So, little context, we both watched the anime and we watched the movie. I forgot the movie's called. I think it's called Rumble.
Badlands Rumble?
That's it, baby. We don't really know the manga. I know some spoilers, but we're not going to talk about that. And we've watched only a little bit of Stampede.
Stop looking up spoilers.
I'm going to read it. I swear to God, I'm going to fucking read the Trigun. I'm going to read it just because I'm obsessed with Vass X Wolfwood.
That couple is so good.
It's so fucking good. Like, this is like a nothing scene because it's very generic anime, but there's a manga panel or page where Vash is like, I get it now. I get why I feel so connected with Wolfwood, why I want to spend many tomorrows with him. And I'm like, hey Vash, that's a little gay.
That's really gay.
So, Trigun is in the Old West.
Kind of.
Yeah, long time ago. But what you gotta realize that whenever someone says long time ago, that means they're either in Star Wars or they're in Star Wars in space. So this is
makes no sense. Star Wars is in space.
This is a sci-fi story, baby. So Vash is kind of running around with a 60 million bounty head, and he's like, everywhere I go, people seem to die. That's my dice I thrown. And these 2 insurance ladies are like, hell nah, man, you are ruining our business. We have to make sure you don't get into trouble. Which I gotta say is the most like, what the fuck aspect of any anime.
I mean, that being insurance claimers is like funny. It kind of makes more sense than any other like random job a random bitch has.
It makes more sense than being reporters, let's say.
For sure.
It's so funny though with them with the donuts. So Mel and Millie works for the insurance company and they're kind of just following Vash. They're not stopping him whatsoever.
I do wish they had a bigger role in terms, because they showed them in one episode of actually they're very good gunmen too.
Yeah.
We actually never see them protect anything.
I wish we emphasized more that like Millie doesn't really shoot her gun as a gun. She shoots it to like a grappling hook or just like giant blunt bullet. Basically like a riot gun, you know?
A big ass BB gun.
Yeah. They were like, oh, you don't know that you're dealing with like Millie 2-Shot Thompson. Like that title you gave yourself, Millie? Huh?
Yeah, don't you think it rolls off the tongue?
Well, I think it does. Mel and Millie's a very cute lesbian ship.
I don't like it.
The lesbianness?
No.
Oh, it's better than the hetero option.
No, I mean, of course, but
It makes me so mad when I found out that the anime added a shit ton of Millie and Wolfwood stuff.
oh, that's a weird shit.
Well, Mel's with Vash. We gotta get the lesbians away from each other. And they're doing everything they can to fight the Wolfwood Vash allegation. What is this, gay?
Okay, so what is the plot of Trigun? And I mean this literally, not like as like an introduction, not as a segue or transition. Because as far as I can tell, Knives is the bad guy.
Yes.
It seemed like they used to live in space, but then Knives tried to kill everyone who lived in space, and then but a couple ships survived, and the survivors of those ships now live on Earth.
Because, from what I understand, so they were 2 plant cells who was just going on a planet, and the human race is now in the sky trying to find a new planet to live in because they ruined And Rem's like, I want these 2 little plant cells. And then the plant cells like, we hate humans. Well, at least one of them was. So he killed everyone, like you said, to save humans, and they landed on an isolated planet. And the only way they can live on this isolated planet is by using these plants that create energy and water. But I'm like, wait, Vash and Knives are the plants. Did they make these machines out of them?
Oh my god.
Like, that's
there
what-
are robot fuckers out there making Vash and Knives babies.
So that's the only part I'm confused. I don't know where the plants came from, but I just accept at that point.
I assume the plants was up in space. Like each ship had a plant.
Oh.
And when they crashed, people were able to survive off the surviving plant. That's my assumption.
Something else I don't understand is that did all the plants end up in one place or did they scatter?
I think they scattered.
Okay.
That's why it's hard to find plants. I don't know who's selling plants. There's a buying and selling thing and a renting, which seems kind of fucked up to me.
A lot of things in the anime, I'm sure that, at least I hope they answer in the manga, like how like some people stayed in that spaceship that Vash visitors.
Oh yeah. Like what's the point of that?
Yeah. I think like after 100 years from when all the ships crashed, Vash was like, hey Knives, what are you doing? Knives like, I'm gonna make a suit. Why? I'm gonna kill all the humans. Here, I made you a gun. Like, no, Knives, don't. And then like Vash had to like just wander around for like 10 years being like, do I wanna kill Knives? Because Rem told me not to kill. And then the story ends with him deciding, yeah, I think I will not kill Knives.
Okay, I assume Vash is a bad guy because Knives did a whole bunch of bad things and they think Vash did it?
I think that is it in Stampede. I don't know if it's the same thing in regular.
So in regular, then why is he the bad guy?
I think it's because he's doing the whole thing where he doesn't want people to do bad stuff, so he'll always put himself in the middle. But because of that, he's always in a fight, and that fight destroys the town.
Okay, I mean,
I could be wrong.
the Trigun plot, I mean, it's very 90s, in which it's very like, you'll have the plot in the beginning, one scene in the middle, and then all rushes in and concludes at the end. But anything between those is just slice of life and makes no fucking sense to the major plot of the whole series. And I think the one thing that really pisses me off about Trigun is that when I was a kid, I thought Trigun was about a dude who was really good with a gun. And you like, the only thing Vash is good with a gun is one, he's got pinpoint precision that he uses once in a while, and two, he can shoot up the fucking moon. That's it.
I will say, I feel like him being good with a gun is exemplified more in the Badland Rumbles when they had the money to like actually animate it.
No, sure, but I had to watch 26 episodes of him just being told that he's good with a gun but never seeing it. Like, there's no cool moments in the regular Trigun. At least with Stampede with the 3D animation and him running around town, that's pretty fucking cool. But you don't get that in the regular Trigun. So, like, to me, it's like, I guess I set up these expectations. It was a really boring show. It's really, though, that 90s psychological, philosophical kind of episode. I guess you'd have to rewatch or maybe fill in the blocks with the anime or manga.
I will say, I agree with everything you're saying, don't get me wrong. I do like Vash as a character a lot, though.
I hate Vash.
Man, I saw him, I was like, main character goes right there, baby.
Hell, okay, I think he has too many dualities. He's too high moral, and it makes no fucking sense. I mean, I get that he has a goofy and a serious side, very 90s, but it's just like him having his whole morals about not killing people, and then it ends up they end up killing more people than when you would have killed him. It just feels too black and white that I really hate. I hate morals that's too black and white because like, oh, killing people is bad, and I'm just like, okay, but if your action of saving one person ends up killing a million people, what the fucking point is it then?
No, I get that. I kind of reject the anime ending where like Vash gets all torn up because he has to shoot blue hair guy in order to save the 2 ladies from getting killed. And he's like, ah, shit, I shouldn't have killed him. And then him being like, you know what, Rem? I'm gonna walk my own path. I'm going to not kill people. But for me,
I
baby.
know, I thought he was gonna kill Knives. It makes no sense that he didn't kill Knives.
And I wish the movie Bad Lad Rumble actually explored that. Then the girl being like, you ruined my mother's life. She would have lived longer. It's like, why? What did that guy do to the mom? Like, why is it that I shouldn't have let the guy live? He fucked her so hard. It made me and then made the town hate her. It's like, that doesn't sound that bad. Sounds like she kind of did that herself because she's an adult woman who makes her own damn decisions.
Not only that, but it's like, oh, well, because you let him live, she got to be born. And I was like, so what? What does that matter? She's not like, if they made her like this overly good person who like sacrificed a lot and like she wants to save a whole bunch of people, that would be one thing. But she's just some random hot chick.
Our anime community subscribe on random hot chicks. How dare you?
I mean, we'll say, I did like the movie. Don't get me wrong.
No, I like the movie.
That was a good movie. It's not the most substantial, but it's simple. Good animation. Like you said, you get to see Vash good with a gun. You see these gay-ass scenes between Vash and Wolfwood.
Okay, let's get into the characters. I mean, because we talked about Vash. You don't like Vash. Vash.
No, which sucks because as a kid I remember liking him. I like his character design so much. I love both the regular and the Stampede.
I'm going to touch the Stampede just a little bit, just because we're going to do our own episode Stampede. I like Vash in the original anime way more than the Vash in the Stampede.
I'm gonna hold judgment.
Okay, but no. The drip in Stampede is pretty cool though.
I will say Mel's outfit in Stampede though, kind of basic.
Basic ass. Like, she's also a cool ass cloak with all the guns. Fun fact, you put quarters in your skirts if you don't want it flying up, and I just assume the guns in her cape is the same logic. No goes.
I mean, talk about Meryl. Another character I cannot stand.
Cannot stand her ass. She's the 90s heroine, not the drug. The female hero who's like, I'm in love with the main character, but Lord knows I will never do anything other than scream his name.
She does nothing. She doesn't make sense. It's like, I have a job to do, but I'm not gonna do my job because I'm in love with Vash. And it's like, shut the fuck up. I like movie Meryl. Because movie Meryl was like, Vash, go the fuck home. You're gonna make my job so much harder. Go home. Like, I could have shipped that.
Oh, yeah, but you love those bickering kind.
And it made sense because I'm like, okay, if you have a job to do, then do your fucking job.
I think the scene where we both gave up on Meryl was when like, no, Millie, let me go. I have to see him. When he was clearly blowing up the town. And you and I was just like, all right. Out the door. I cannot stand the Meryl Vash ship. And I don't know if I'm just biased.
I mean, for someone who likes mostly hetero ships, I'm glad you found the gay ship that you can really ship.
Shut up.
Millie's an okay character.
I'm sorry, but the episode where she was like, I had sex with Woolwood. He told me not to leave this room, so I won't. And it's like, Millie, get out the fucking room. It's like, I'm only leaving because I have to support Mel. She should get some action if I can't. And I hated the episode where Millie's like, I'm gonna save these two kids. Mr. Vash, did you shoot these kids? I hate you. I will never ever apologize because I was in the right.
The shit you remember, man.
And because I really enjoyed Trigun, but like those scenes that screamed filler to me was like me blinking. Do I have to watch this? I don't want to read the manga. Fuck this. By the way, y'all, Trigun and Trigun Maximum, same manga, different publications, so technically they had to rename it just so people knew, I don't know, hey, at this point, someone else is posting this.
Now, Nicholas D.
Wood.
Fantastic character.
Great. You know, he had a simple outfit, but his face is very unique. He kind of looked like Steven from Blood Battle Blockade, so you had like a win for me there.
Ugh.
He had the most iconic weapon as a child.
The cross gun. Not only is itself a gun, but it holds other guns. And it has an RPG. It's such a good weapon. That character is so iconic. He's hilarious. He's funny.
His morals are different enough from Vash, but his personality like lets him still connect with Vash. Like I said, there's a lot of gay scenes in the manga.
If they put him in episode 1 instead of Meryl and Millie, this show could have skyrocketed in popularity.
He was so cool in the movie because you actually got to see him use the cross more.
Oh, and like as a shield.
Yeah, I wish they kind of clarified in the movie that he was actually Vash's friend because it was a kind of a whiplash that he was working as a bodyguard for someone else and completely jumped ship.
I mean, you don't watch the movie without watching the show.
But what if you did? Like, that movie came out clearly years later.
I'm true. Because they had the budget then.
I'm not going to talk about Wolfwood D. Wood. Not his middle name or what's in his pants, but I just think the anime kind of butchered it compared to the manga, where like he's just kind of been like, I was a churchman. Why did this happen? Oh God, why? Duh.
Sometimes there's these scenes that's like, it's supposed to be thought-provoking, but I'm like, it's the same thought that people has always had. You're not giving me a situation to really think or mull over. Because he's already dead.
I don't know why I like that gay ship so much. I just like bickering gay couples a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna go over all the gay ships that you could have been shipping at this point if that was your qualifications for shipping a gay ship. That's hard to explain. I mean, they're just like two sides of a different coin. They're not really a sun and moon ship.
No.
But they're like loyal battle buddies, which I also is another like trope I really like. Couples who fight together, bicker together, you know.
So, Wolfwood was sent to watch over Vash by Vash's brother, Million Knives.
Is this name Million Knives?
Yeah.
What?
Vash the Stampede and Million Knives.
Why don't they use these cool ass nicknames for more? I also like the Human Tornado.
I think it's so cool that Vash was just called a natural disaster.
Yeah.
What do you think about Million Knives and his stupid gung-ho pirates or whatever they're called? The Top Guns?
I don't even know they have a name. That's another thing the show is kind of missing, is like a strong villain because I don't really understand Knives. Like, I guess that like he's a foil to Vash because one loves humanity, one hates humanity.
One voiced by Ty from Digimon, one voiced by Price Pappenbrook.
What?
When they're children.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus, you gotta explain your fucking references. You made a stretch so long a dinosaur couldn't reach it. That didn't make sense. Let me try again. Nah. I think like part of it is like I don't understand either of the motivations because Vash likes one human and Knives hates humans for no reason besides thinking he's better, and I'm like, because they don't really explain them being plants. Because when they first had that, I was like, wait, you guys are like trees? Not realizing they meant plant as like a power plant.
We only realized that in Stampede.
Because I'm like, because only in Stampede do they show like, oh, they have the power over the plants because they're like one and the same. But like in regular Trigun, it's like, I don't know. They're just like,
You're wondering to yourself how they did the solar beam to destroy the moon.
Yeah, they should explain that.
In the manga, it seems like there's a lot of religious things. Like, you know when he gets that little gun from his arm? Like, there's a bunch of angel wings sprouting from it.
Weird.
And I don't know if that's like a reference to like God created water and electricity, so they're angels who can, you know.
Oh, that would be interesting.
But look at that, anime fucking butchered it.
I mean, even all the side villains, and then one villain with the blue hair that could control people's bodies.
He was too OP.
Yeah, and I'm like, what happened? Like, nothing happens.
It's weird that he's so OP that he can control an entire town. But in the end, he kind of just begs Vash to kill him for a really nothing scene.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like, kill me, be a murderer, dirty your hands, and now you will be a villain too. But I hate those kind of scenes. It's just like breaking the fourth wall, but you know it's not gonna happen. Unless it does. But it never does. Unless it's a side character. So I wish I understood 90s anime more because these are the series that I kind of saw as a kid. Like the Wolf Rain, Big O, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that's a big one, yeah.
I think of like a lot of 90s animes we watched. Only the ones that you was like, oh, this was a banger series with Neon Genesis after the second time.
Well, I mean, maybe. If I watch Trigun a second time around, would I like it more? If I watch Wolf Rain again, part of me wants to watch Big O, but I'm like, how many of the shitty 90 animes am I gonna watch before I really gotta stop?
Don't we have to rewatch Cowboy Bebop because it's like there's no way we can leave this experience hating it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with not liking Trigun. We'll see how Trigun Stampede goes. If we really don't like it, though, we may not do an episode.
Because we be struggling here to think of enough content to make.
So with that, love and peace.
Love and peace. Love and pussy.